Last lesson, project level memory. Today, global memory, your personal preferences, applied to every project on your machine. By the end of this lesson, you will understand the global agents.md file, a single file that applies to every project on your machine. You will know what belongs in it, what does not, and how the project and global versions combine. Where does the global agents.md live? In your OpenCode config folder. On a Mac, that is .config/opencode/agents.md inside your home folder. Same format as the project version, plain markdown. And read at the start of every session, in every project on your machine. What belongs in the global file? Cross-project preferences. Your name, so the model can address you. Your preferred language for responses, British English, for example. Your preferred code style in general, type hints everywhere, always include docstrings. Personal quirks, always explain briefly before writing code, never use single-letter variable names. Anything that doesn't change between projects. Here is a real example. About me, my name is Dennis, use you to address me, write in British English. Code style, always type hints, always docstrings, prefer early returns, never single-letter variables. Communication, explain briefly before code, ask if unsure. 20 lines. Now every project on Dennis's machine gets this for free, every session. 20 lines, applied to every project, every session, forever. What does not belong in the global file? Anything project specific. No project name or tech stack. No project specific conventions. No project specific hard rules. Those go in the project agents.md. The global file is for you, the person. The project file is for the project, the work. How do the two files combine? OpenCode reads both every session, global first, then project. Project rules override global on conflict. So if your global says always type hints, but your project says no type hints, maybe a legacy codebase, the project wins. Most of the time, they don't conflict. They complement each other. When should you use which? Simple rule. If it applies to every project, put it in global. If it applies to one project, put it in project. If you are not sure, start with project. Move it to global only when you find yourself repeating it across multiple projects. That instinct develops over time. Project for the work. Global for the person. Two scopes. Is the global file shared? No. It is personal. The global file lives in your home directory, in .config/opencode. It is never committed to Git. Different on every developer's machine. The project agents.md, by contrast, is committed to Git and shared by everyone who works on the project. Different audiences, different scopes. How do you discover what to put in the global file? Notice your own behavior. What do you keep telling OpenCode? What preferences do you repeat? What personal defaults do you have? Those belong in the global file. The file grows organically as you notice what you keep explaining. Editing the global file is just editing Markdown. Open it in any editor. Save, OpenCode picks it up next session. No restart needed in most cases. If you keep your .files in Git, you might version this file too, so your preferences follow you across machines. If you remember one idea, project for work, global for you. Project agents.md holds the project's rules. Global agents.md holds your rules. Both are read every session. Project wins on conflict. Two scopes, two audiences, one combined context window, a power user move, track your global agents.md in your .files. Keep the .config/opencode folder in your .files repo. Now it syncs across machines, your laptop, desktop, and work computer all have the same OpenCode preferences. Versioned, so you can roll back changes. Easy to set up, symlink the folder into your .files repo and commit. When project and global conflict, how does OpenCode handle it? Both files are in the context window. The project's rules are more specific to the task at hand. Project wins, usually what you want. If the global rule is wrong for a specific project, override it in the project agents.md. The model reads both and applies the more specific rule. How to grow your global file over time. Each week, scan your recent sessions. Notice what you had to re-explain. Add those things to the global file. Prune entries that don't change answers anymore. The file should be a living document of your actual preferences, not a graveyard of every preference you've ever had. Less is more. Examples from real users of what ends up in global files. Always use British spelling. Address me as you, not by name. Show the diff before applying changes. Don't add comments unless I ask. Prefer short functions, under 20 lines. These are personal preferences that don't change between projects. That's exactly what global is for. Project for work. Global for you. Simple split. Quick recap. The global file lives in .config/opencode/agents.md. It holds personal preferences, name, language, style. Project rules override global on conflict. And it is personal, never shared with the team. Here is a small exercise. Open.config/opencode/, create the folder if it doesn't exist yet. Write a 10-line agents.md with your preferences. Include your name, your preferred response language, and one code style preference. Use it next time you talk to any AI. You will be amazed how much cleaner your conversations feel. Coming up next, skills. We have covered prompting and memory. Now we cover skills, reusable chunks of instruction that OpenCode can load on demand. Skills are how you teach OpenCode new tricks without writing code. We'll see what they are, how to read them, and what they unlock. Memory plus project memory plus global memory equals full context. Skills are next. Global memory applies everywhere you use OpenCode. Thanks for spending this time with me. Next, we meet skills, reusable chunks of instruction.